Coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Jim. Tight dog.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
But under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Gordon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it here with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. He finds Beckham complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Seahawks nothing.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Everyone got 4 down. He's checking.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Wilson, and an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Good. Banjo. Mike's 50. 12.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
You ain't doing nothing.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
56. Check 56. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now? Start over.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. from midfield now. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now there's a scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. The open man is Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on third and fourth down in these situations, and they got it to go for them.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And two, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the second level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco